Okay, so what I learned in this class, since this is a class on groups and families, um, I've had quite a bit of experience working with families. So group work is something that I'm very much interested in and hope to do more in the future. So I devoted a lot of time into studying that. Um, this book, our book, Gerald Brandley, Essentials of Clinical Social Work, the chapter about the group treatments with adults, was of particular interest to me. I probably read it a few times, just trying to grasp some of the models and the theories and things. I saw some other comments that people learned a lot on the genograms and the ecomaps. I've never heard of an ecomap before, so that doing that actually really helped a lot. It was uh, very informative to see where I'm at, on all the levels. The genogram helps too. I had done that before though, uh, but with the group work, that can be kind of intimidating for a lot of us, I'd imagine, and it is intimidating me. Luckily, I've gotten to sit in and do some groups in my place of internship and in my outside life. I've gotten to attend a few groups that I'm interested in doing. Um, Mostly recovery groups. Um, Kind of coincides with our other class, but it's also an important aspect of my life right now. Mostly groups like AA, Celebrate Recovery, just those kinds of groups is really what I'm interested in. Um, all the different models, um, that's talked about in the chapter, the mediational model, the remedial model, the task-centered model, feminist social justice empowerment models, and group psychotherapy models. Um, all those were really interesting to me. I think the group psychotherapy models is one that I uh, mostly dealing with. Hold on, black man out. Sorry, I'm trying to stand and go to a quiet spot to do this. Um, Now, as far as like the theories, the cognitive behavioral theory that's talked about in the chapter 14 of our book on page 317, the cognitive behavioral theory seeks to add to our understanding of how external events, referred to as stimuli, create, maintain, or diminish individual behaviors. And that's really interesting to me. The cognitive behavioral theories, not just in group work but in individual counseling, is of course probably one of the more popular forms of therapy. Um, and It talks about several different waves of cognitive behavioral theory, and I'm not sure in this book, but in our other book, in our other class, we talked about the different waves. The third wave has a couple of styles of therapy called the ACT, the acceptance and commitment therapy, and dialectical behavioral therapy, which are two that I really, really like and going to study some more on my own. So um, all of that, um, uh, and some of the ways that we approach groups, and terminating just this past week has been extremely helpful. So I have gained a lot in this class, and I hope everybody else has too.